Louella. Written and illustrated by Margaret Hurd. This week's episode, Return of the Jackalope, Part 2. When we last saw Rapid T. Rabbit, he was at the airport trying to buy a ticket to Toronto. Unfortunately, all flights were booked. "I think we might be able to help you," said a man in checkered pants and a fez hat. "We couldn't get a flight either, so we rented a truck. We're going to Sarnia, so you can easily catch a train from there to Toronto. If you need a ride, you're welcome to come with us." "Thanks, sir," exclaimed Rapid T. Rabbit. Rapid T. Rabbit rode in the back of the truck with the musicians, enjoying a free concert as they traveled. Meanwhile, back in the apartment, Richard woke up. "What a strange dream," he thought to himself. "Rapid T. Rabbit needed money to see Louella because she was in trouble, and Hey, wait a minute." Richard took the sock out from under his pillow, and sure enough, it was empty. He was not a very happy camper. "Hello, police," said Richard. "I want to report a missing white rabbit." "Was he late for a very important date?" asked the policeman, thinking this was some sort of prank call. "Very funny," grumbled Richard. "Was his name Harvey by any chance?" asked the policeman. No, Richard sighed. "His name is Rapid T. Rabbit." "Cute," said the policeman. "Was he wearing a top hat? Or was he in one?" Richard hung up in frustration. Since the police weren't going to be much help, he decided to take matters into his own hands. Richard took the bus to LaGuardia Airport. "Excuse me, miss," he said to the lady at the desk. "I know this sounds crazy, but have you seen a white rabbit?" "He left in a truck with a bunch of musicians in bright yellow jackets. They said they were going to Sarnia," she replied. "Thanks," said Richard. He went to the payphone to call Lisa. Lisa picked up Richard in her car and proceeded to drive him to Sarnia. "It's an awfully long way from here," he said to her. "You sure you don't mind?" "Of course not," replied Lisa. "Rapid T. Rabbit needs our help." Hours later, miles away from the nearest town, a crazy driver ran their car off the road and off the edge of a cliff. "We're lucky to be alive," said Lisa, as she and Richard climbed out of the wreckage. "This is no time to be sentimental," said Richard. "Quick, run. These things can explode." They ran until they found themselves at a nearby farm. They explained their ordeal to the farmer. "You're in luck," said the farmer. "I have to return Fred here to Farmer Huxtable. He just lives 10 miles north of here. Just hop on his back. He knows the way home." Richard and Lisa arrived with Fred the horse at Farmer Huxtable's place. "Your friend let us ride him here," they explained. "We need to get to Sarnia." "Well, I wish I could help you," said Farmer Huxtable, "but my wife took the car into town. Say, how about that old penny farthing bike against the shed?" "You mean this one?" asked Richard as he climbed up on the unusual-looking bike. "I'm not riding that thing," said Lisa. "Mind if I stay here and call the auto club? I'll find my way home. I'm opting out of this deal." "Oh well, have it your way," sighed Richard. "This bike is tricky enough to ride alone." Soon Rapid T. Rabbit was in Sarnia, where he boarded the GO train to Toronto. There he happened to meet his old friend Zachary Platypus. "G'day, mate," said Zachary. "Zach," exclaimed Rapid T. Rabbit, "fancy meeting you here." "Want a Vegemite sandwich?" asked Zachary, offering Rapid T. Rabbit a paper bag. "Thanks." Rapid T. Rabbit reached in. He had no idea what Vegemite was, but he was pretty hungry by now, he had to admit. "I'm off to straighten out Otis," explained Zachary, munching at his own Vegemite sandwich. "I couldn't afford a plane, so I took the train. It all started a couple days ago when I found a note in the kitchen saying he was off to marry Louella. The Jeep was gone from the driveway. I hope I'm not too late to stop him." Me neither, said Rabbit, politely gagging down the peculiar salty concoction between two slices of white bread. Louella sounded pretty upset when she phoned me early this morning. I had to borrow money from Richard to get here. Meanwhile, Richard was getting pretty hungry too. He pulled over and dropped in, quite literally, on a nearby truck stop. Along the highway when he realized he did not know how to stop the crazy penny farthing bike. It had no brakes. In the process, he knocked over a row of motorcycles and went flying through the air. Yoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! And landed smack in the middle of the pool table where some tough-looking bikers were shooting a game. "Oh, excuse me," he said politely. "Sorry for dropping in like this." Richard went to use the phone, but before he had a chance to complete dialing, the bikers surrounded him. "Look what you did to our bikes," they said to him as one of them cut the telephone cord. "You're dead meat, dude." They lifted him by the back of his jacket. Poor Richard thought he was going to be strangled. "Don't I get one last final request?" he gasped. "To be continued."